Hey everyone, welcome back to 30 Days of Sketches with Chrissy's Beautiful Life. I'm on today 20 using this fun sketch that's got a lot of banners. It's also going to play into one of the Secret Not Secret Kit Club's scrap party challenges over the weekend. So that was really fun too. All right, so what I'm doing here is diving into my stash of boy themed stuff, and it's kind of two separate kits that I received from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, and I'm going to use them to create a layout about my little guy and his adventure at his first swimming lessons. Now I did not put Jackson into swimming lessons until later, thinking that because he'd understand what was happening, he would do better. Yeah, that was a mistake. I should have gotten him in earlier before he could become afraid of what he was doing. So and I'm not sure how it is in wherever you are, but for how we do it here, he is in the very first level still, and it's called Sea Stars. And he's still there. He's actually going to be taking private lessons at the end of May to see if we can get him past his fear. He has and it's not even, I don't even know if it's a fear as much as he just doesn't like the feeling of it, and maybe the transition of it, of having his ears under the water, and he does not like putting his whole face under the water. So we're going to see if we can work with him with a private instructor to get over that. And if he can, those are the only two things he has left to pass, and he can move up to the next level, and hopefully he can just progress, because he really wants to swim. He wants to be able to go and jump off the diving board and all of that, and we keep telling him, you can't do that till you know how to swim. So hopefully that will happen one day. But that is what this layout is going to be about. And as I was kind of looking here, there's that word star. I was like, perfect. And I was trying to see if I could spell the word C out of the letters super. Obviously I can't, but I was like, I'm sure I could find another way to do it. And I ended up finding it in another word. Like, I made a couple different words from that piece of padded paper, spell the word C. And then I just took a couple of the little spirally things, which is the B side of that pattern paper, and I'm going to use that as well. And then I hand kind of drew my little loop-de-loop banners that's going to happen, and place my photos down. I knew I wanted to use that little chipboard that said, hey, you're pretty rad, I believe is what it says, because I was proud of him for at least trying. He went to every single one and he had tons of fun. He just like I said, he just got a couple little things, and we work on it. Like, we have a very nice deep set bathtub, and so we'll have him do that. And his ears, he's getting way more comfortable with his ears underwater, so if we can just work with his face, I think we're gonna be good. So I wanted to highlight a couple things and just make this layout stand out, like some of the photos stand out just a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell where he is in them and everything. So I used a frame for one photo, which kind of highlights, you can really see him in it. And then the bottom of that frame I used again, just so that there was some interest to another one. I'm also off camera, you can see that little white one down at the kind of the middle right there. I've just backed it with a piece of white pattern paper that was one of the 6x6 papers that just happened to be on my desk. And I went ahead and I stitched. It was really difficult stitching that banner, doing the loop-de-loop things with my sewing machine. It was not very smart of me. Next time I do that, I should probably do hand stitching if I want to do loop-de-loops, because no, that didn't work very well. But I was thinking it was just a tad bit too plain. So I'm going to add a little bit of mixed media, very subtle. And I actually really like the way that this turned out. I wasn't actually sure what was going to happen, but I took two blues that kind of say water to me, and I just sprayed just like that. And then I have this kind of bigger brush it's actually my kids. It's meant for their painting. I've kind of stolen it, and now it's mine. But I just got that really wet and let it run down. You can see that. And then I do the same thing. Now this one's a lot it's darker but lighter, if that makes sense. And I just kind of do the same thing. And then when I'm done and I let it dry, I just don't pat down that bottom spray, but I pat down with the cloth, the top one, to soak up a little bit so it's not quite so rich and vibrant in color. And when it dries, it's beautiful, and it worked perfectly. I wanted a little bit of added interest, so I add the little X, black and white X's up there, and then I put everything back down. And then the fun part of just embellishing, which was really easy. And I did kind of try to follow the sketch and like where the elements were and the length of them and kind of all of that. I put my title where it is in the sketch, and I put my photos kind of placed where it is in the sketch. So I really tried to follow it because I love the sketch for what it is. So why mess with a good thing? And that's just kind of what I did. And I just grabbed all the random bits and pieces that I had in that bag, and most of it is just pieces of ephemera and chipboard, and it was a really good way to use up embellishments from these two collections. And it is a mixture. Most of it is the Cocoa Vanilla line, I believe almost all of it. There's maybe one or two pieces that aren't, but most of it is. So I loved that. I love being able to use some stuff up. I'm obviously going to add a bunch of stars because he's a sea star. So I wanted to highlight that as well. And it came together really quickly. I love when layouts do that. It's really nice. So yeah, you're going to see the finished layout, and I hope you've been enjoying this. Only 10 days left. I cannot believe it. Please make sure, if you are playing along and you post on Instagram or Facebook, if you just use my hashtag 30DSCBL3, I'll be able to see it and give you some love, because I know a bunch of you are playing along. I've seen them, and I love everybody's takes on everything. So keep playing along, and I really enjoy that you guys enjoy it so much. It makes it all worth it. And I already kind of have a plan to have 30 Days of Sketches 4 kind of in the works. So maybe I'll get that in before the end of the year. We'll see how I can do with that. It's nice being on mat leave. I have a little bit of extra time, actually, which is surprising, but I do. All right, guys, this is just wrapping up now. So here's a look at my finished layout. And yeah, I'll see everyone tomorrow with day 21. Bye.